Memorial Hospital announces the results of a study to bring medical training to Southwest Indiana. Girl Scouts visit the WJTS studios and make a public service announcement. In sports, Kurt Guxell has highlights of IU's victory over Nebraska. These stories and more coming up in 18 WJTS News. I'm Bill Potter, and this is the WJTS News. 20 years ago today, 18 WJTS went on the air to serve Du Bois and surrounding counties with local news, sports, and special programming. WJTS first went on the air as analog TV station Channel 27 and just a few years ago completely upgraded to a Class A digital television station, improving both its signal strength and quality. Today, WJTS, located at 458 3rd Avenue in Jasper, broadcasts its digital signal on Channel 18 and continues a strong commitment to local programming. 18 WJTS can be enjoyed both with an antenna and on local cable TV systems. WJTS is one of several broadcast facilities operated by DC Broadcasting Incorporated, which is owned by Paul and Carol Canese. DC Broadcasting also owns radio stations in southern Indiana, which include WBDC 100.9 FM in Du Bois County, WAXL 103.3 FM in Spencer County, and WORX 96.7 FM and WXGO 1270 AM in Jefferson County, Indiana, along with operating WRZR 94.5 in Martin County, Indiana. Paul Canese will join us for our WJTS Inform segment at the end of this newscast to talk about the 20th anniversary of WJTS. WJTS TV and DC Broadcasting did host a tour of Jasper Girl Scouts from Troop 624. In addition to touring our facilities and learning about broadcasting, the Girl Scouts made a public service announcement about having your dog or cat neutered. They wrote it. The girls of Troop 624 are 5th graders, most of whom attend Precious Blood, Holy Family, and 10th Street schools in Jasper. Here now is local Girl Scout Troop 624 with a PSA written by them and produced by Jesse Kleesner of WJTS TV.
We are Girl Scout Troop 624.
We are here to inform you on the importance of
spaying and neutering your animals.
Starting at just 6 months old, a cat can have an average of 4 kittens per litter. And each cat can be pregnant every 3 to 4 months. So that one cat can have hundreds of kittens in its lifetime. And those 100 kittens can have hundreds more.
Please take your cat or dog to get spayed or neutered.
This is the best defense against a stray problem.
The cost is minimal compared to caring for a litter of kittens or puppies.
Every year, millions of cats and dogs are euthanized or abandoned.
You gotta neuter, spay your stray today. Hey!
Well, as you can tell, Jasper Girl Scout Troop 624 has talent, and they were very well behaved. If your Scout Troop would like a tour of the WJTS studios in Jasper, please contact me at WJTS TV 482-2727. On Tuesday, Memorial Hospital and Health Care Center, along with the Indiana University School of Medicine, Evansville, St. Mary's Medical Center and Deaconess Health System in Evansville, and the Owensboro Medical Health System announced results of the first phase of a 2-phase feasibility study to bring more medical training to Southwest Indiana. Commissioned by the Health Partners in 2012, the study was completed in January by consulting firm Tripp Umbach of Pittsburgh. About 50 community leaders, along with hospital staff, educators, local lawmakers, that is, and business executives, met Tuesday to hear the results of the first phase of the study. Paul Umbach of Tripp Umbach and IU Evansville Associate Dean Dr. Stephen Becker explained that the economic study showed that the IU Evansville campus and the University of Southern Indiana should collaborate to develop a $35 million facility in downtown Evansville that would house classrooms and laboratories for many medical disciplines. Umbach says the hospitals in southern Indiana could then create a consortium that would bring graduate medical education to the region. Deaconess Family Medicine currently offers the only residency training in the area. Umbach says accepting residencies will help the hospital avoid the physician shortage that hospitals throughout the country are now facing. They say the hospital staff and reputation will benefit from being involved in graduate education. Umbach says the region has the capacity to continue to provide clinical education and residencies during the initial phase of medical education expansion. Plans for Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center's partnership with the medical school will allow students to complete required and elective month-long rotations. Jasper Memorial will also offer training in family practice, internal medicine, obstetrics, gynecology, pulmonology, cardiology, general surgery, and other specialty services offered at the healthcare center. Jasper obstetrician Dr. Terry Brown feels a lot of the medical school graduates look past Jasper for setting up practice, but he says they are impressed by the medical community when they come to the area. Brown says that Memorial began allowing third and fourth year medical students from the Evansville campus to perform their clinical rotations there last April, and he wanted to get Memorial Hospital more involved in the training process. After receiving positive feedback from Dr. Becker, Brown brought the idea to CEO Ray Snowden and other hospital officials who were also supportive of the project.
Once those two parties came together and discussed it more fully, then the idea came to do more than just medical students and to get residents, specifically family practice residents here in Jasper, also as part of a broader plan to increase medical education in Southwest Indiana and provide, in the long run, a service that would continue to provide physicians and mid-level physicians' assistants to the area to provide for quality health care to the citizens of Southwest Indiana.
Dr. Brown says creating a residency program in family medicine will bring more doctors to the area. A resident has completed a 4-year medical degree and must practice medicine under the supervision of fully licensed doctors for a set period of time. Snowden says both bringing residency programs to Jasper and being part of a consortium will be beneficial to everyone.
If they're here, if they've experienced it, if they've been a part of a medical education program, we have a good chance of being able to bring them into our community and have them practice here and be a great addition for the entire area. That's true of medical students, even more true as you get residents, because they're at the final stages, they're about ready to go out and seek employment somewhere. But if they're here, we have a chance to have that dialogue and saying, hey, would you like to stay here? Not everybody will, but there is a certain percentage that will, and it will work out really well for us. So that is number one. Number two is that I think being a part of a medical training program, such as being a part of Indiana University School of Medicine and St. Mary's and Deaconess and Owensboro, those type of entities, I think it helps raise your level. I think it helps raise the standard of medicine that's being served. It just naturally does. It just pushes everybody to a higher level. So I think you have that as well to continue.
The study should be completed by this coming fall, and the residency consortium should be fully implemented within the next couple of years. Meanwhile, Umbach says each physician that comes to a community brings an economic value of $3 million to the area. He estimates that academic health care is a $14 trillion economy. Tuesday night, the DuBois County Airport Authority Board continued to discuss its business plan to take over as the airport's fixed-based operator on March 22nd. The board will replace DuBois County Flight Services as the administrator of the airplane fueling service. As the FBO, the Huntingburg Airport will provide fuel for self-service as well as assistance in fueling and hangaring aircraft. The board discussed fuel pricing and discounted fuel rates with input from those present on Tuesday night's meeting. Many suggestions from the public were given that the airport sell fuel at competitive rates to encourage more sales. A discussion on exact fuel rates will be made during the board's March meeting. Board President Mike Cummins says the airport plans to stay in the middle of the market with fuel prices.
Well, one thing we just don't have any experience in is how are we going to establish a fuel price? Because we're going to be retailing aviation fuel now. And so we want to establish kind of a fair and transparent way that we're going to set prices. And basically what the framework we're going with is to benchmark regional airports that are around us and basically take an average of their prices in a given week, and that would be our price.
Pilots on hand at Tuesday night's meeting expressed that many of them fuel up in neighboring Daviess County before coming back to Huntingburg Airport because they have the lowest fuel rates. The airport board says tenants who use in excess of 20,000 gallons of fuel per year from the FBO will be given a discount on fuel. As part of the takeover, the airport will also need extra staff for the FBO. The board decided to hire a part-time maintenance technician to run FBO operations. Some in attendance expressed concern the FBO operator would not be full-time. Airport board members agreed that